Hello there, welcome to Car Genix. Today we are going to introduce the top 10 best sports cars under $10,000. Let's jump to the video. Drivers don't need to spend huge money to get a fun used sports car. There are plenty of options for under $10,000. If you're in the market for a fun weekend car or just a fun-to-drive daily commuter that won't break the bank, you've come to the right place. There are plenty of fun used sports cars available in today's market, many of which are priced under $10,000. 10. BMW M3. Some die-hard BMW enthusiasts will argue that the German automakers M3 and M4 models lost a bit of their luster once they turned to turbocharged engines. Maybe that's a reason why the E36 and E46 generation Ms are so loved. And guess what? You could score yourself either an E36 or E46 M3 for under $10,000 these days. There are even convertible variants available in the price range. As expected, however, most of them do have more than 100,000 miles on the odometer, but there are some gems like a 1998 BMW M3 convertible with 67,494 miles. 9. Chevrolet Corvette. If you're looking to grab a Chevrolet Corvette in the sub $10,000 range, you're likely going to end up with a C4 model. But there are a few C5 Vettes out there that are affordable with higher mileage. And if you're not a real fan of an older Corvette, you could always snag yourself a Camaro if you really want a sports car from Chevy. 8. Ford Mustang. A brand new Ford Mustang is fairly affordable, so it's no surprise that they're plentiful in the used car market. We even found one listing for a 2012 model with 89,132 miles from a single owner for $10,000. Like other cars on the list, there are older examples with less mileage for about the same price. But the best thing with the Mustang is that you have a choice within that price range, especially if you aren't a fan of a particular generation's styling. 7. Honda S2000. This might be one of our favorite sports cars of all time, and we think it's great you can get behind the wheel of one for under $10,000. There isn't a lot to choose from, and many of them have more than 100,000 miles, but Honda's reputation for reliability goes a long way here. If you're looking for a great weekend or track car, a used Honda S2000 has very few competitors. 6. Mazda MX-5 Miata. But one sports car that does compete against the Honda S2000 for fun-to-drive honors is the Mazda MX-5 Miata. And for about $10,000, you can choose across 3 different generations of models. The latest version of the lightweight roadster might not be affordable to everyone, but you can get the same driving enjoyment for a lot less money with an older version. 5. Nissan 350Z. Although the Nissan Z hasn't seen any significant changes since it first debuted, it's still one of the best bang for the buck sports cars available, and there are plenty of used 350ZS on the market for under $10,000. If you prefer the newer styling of the 370Z, there are a few examples out there, although they're pretty high mileage. But hey, no one will even know you have a 2009 Nissan 370Z, considering the Japanese automaker hasn't changed its styling in forever. 4. Porsche Boxster. The Porsche Boxster may not scream excitement like a 911, but it's still a Porsche and it's still a sports car. There's just something special that only Porsche vehicles offer, even if it's from an entry-level Boxster model. Unfortunately, there aren't any 911s worth buying within the $10,000 price range, which isn't surprising because we imagine 911 owners wouldn't be too happy if their cars depreciated that much. 3. Scion FR-S. Believe it or not, the Scion FR-S has been around long enough that the used car market has a few examples for under $10,000. If you're looking for a formidable daily driver that works great as a track car on the weekends, the FR-S fits the bill. The bad news? Most of the examples we found have some sort of damage on them, but there are a couple that just have high mileage to justify the lower price tag. Either way, if you're patient and willing to search, there's a good chance you could score yourself an FR-S for under $10,000. 2. Subaru WRX. All-wheel drive and 4 doors? The Subaru WRX is made for you. Like the Miata and Mustang, there are several examples spanning across generations, so if you're not a fan of one model's particular styling, you have plenty to choose from. And if you're really lucky, you might even find yourself an STI model for $10,000. 1. Toyota MR2 Turbo. Sure, Scion FR-S is now a Toyota model, but good luck finding a Toyota 86 for $10,000. So why isn't the Toyota Supra representing the brand? That's because you won't find a Kia Supra for $10,000. You could get a Mk Supra, but we would argue a Toyota MR2 Turbo is a better buy. The MR2 is slowly becoming a collectible to some enthusiasts, and for good reason. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to watch future videos.